elaborate on how you guys balance the business with parenting and your marriage. How do you guys juggle the personal and the business? What's the balance that you guys find in that?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a challenge at times. So anybody who's married can tell you, like, it's not always peaches and cream, like, for sure. But I think, honestly, the businesses is what keep us going, because we both know the ultimate goal. So, like, she might be mad at me today, or I might be mad at her, or we can have an argument about the business. But I know at the end of the day, she only wants the best for the business. Same thing, vice versa. So even though we might not have the same plan to get there, but we got the same final destination. So that's what always kind of what I revert back to whenever we are having like disagreements. So I think the business helped balance us as far as our kids and relationship wise, because it kind of makes sense. Our kid plays hand in hand with, for example, I do Murph training. Eventually, my daughter might like basketball, so she might have her spot in my business. Same thing with fitness. She does fitness. My daughter might want to be a gymnastics or something like that. So that helps. And same thing with Glam Villa. She might want to be a hairstylist. So I feel like all those things kind of help our relationship. Everything kind of mesh together, in my opinion. Like it all kind of balance each other out.
He's all business, and again, I need some help. So I go to therapy, guys, and that's my thing. I go to my therapist and I talk to her, and she really helps me in my marriage. So he meditate his own method, and I asked him to go to therapy. He ain't made it in yet. But however, that's not going to stop me in my journey.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah, I was gonna say honestly,
it's not going to stop me in my. And I tell people, like, just because your mate might not be into stuff, or they might not do it, or they might not be all in, you find your method to your madness to be able to have that fine line, because everybody has that. Like, no, he has a PlayStation 5 right now, so he's gonna be good for a minute far as his mental. Video games and basketball is his mental. My mental far as keeping me good is working out, traveling, and spending money. Now, if you're trying to build a business, you can't spend money. So how can I make it beneficial? I shop for the business, or I'm taking a business trip. However, you gotta have something, and I'm not gonna sit here and just act like, oh, we just sit there and kumbaya. No, I leave the house and go talk to somebody, and I get other opinions, and we listen to a lot of motivational speakers, all shades, all voices, all kinds, all methods, music, gospel music, whatever it is. We have our different things. I don't listen to what he listened to, and he don't listen to what I listen to. To me, that's meditation, because we're in two different worlds. We're not always here. We here, but you get what I mean. So you gotta have something. You gotta have your own thing, and we do have our own thing to keep us insane.
Right. As far as like you guys have now you guys have several businesses that you attend to. You both are head of a newly established family. What's next from here?
A surprise.
Oh yes.
And I'm talking, a surprise.
A surprise.
Maybe some personal and business plans that you guys have that are coming up.
Absolutely. So I'll just start with me personally. Mercilessly training. It started off just training. Now me personally, I actually started getting into custom design. So I've been designing different logos and different custom items, and I'm actually gonna create the uniforms for our basketball team this year. So I think that just started with training, and it's just growing from being a training program to a AAU team. So now it's also a clothing company that produces clothes as well, and so that just go hand in hand with everything, because now Murph Training can make clothes for Glam Villa when they need different attire, and also we make clothes for Lavfitness as well, her fitness thing. So it all makes sense. Our businesses actually help with One Stop Shop. We actually make clothes for One Stop Shop. That's the thing. So we just trying to, get a lot of different small businesses and work together, because me personally, I feel like I'm not in a race. Basically, I'm not in competition with nobody but myself. So if you running your own race, it shouldn't bother you to help another business out. Like, for example, I have friends who got clothing business who I personally bought clothes from, even though I got mine. Not saying I'm gonna hurt my own bottom line, but if we all work together, I feel like that's how you make millionaires. I never heard one millionaire say he made it all on his own. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you got a small business, I got a small business. Let's work together, because you might have some customers that might like my stuff. Same thing, vice versa. And if we're not in the same market or in the same lane, even if we selling the same item, we in two different areas, it still makes sense. We can push each other items. So I'm a true believer in that type of stuff. So that's what I say from a personal standpoint. Be on the lookout for more clothing attire. My AAU team, me pushing my AAU team more uniforms and stuff like that.
Far as myself, I said a surprise because I plan on being the voice of a lot of. I am the voice of a lot of things.
Facts.
And these things are all starting to just take off unexpectedly. So it's a surprise. I don't know exactly what to tell you, what to expect first, because it might be all at the same time. But I do know one thing. We are working on something in Michigan, so where hopefully we can come back home and spread some love to our community. Outside of me being one to, right now I'm doing a lot of virtual training and working out motivational speaking with girls in Michigan, and it's not being noticed. And who cares if it get noticed or not? But I want the girls who's looking for help to know that people like me exist. So Lavfitness is on the way to kind of expand, and we're coming to Michigan, and from there you can just expect to see the ultimate goal for everything to make sense. People
we buying the block back, man.
Like, people think like, what are they doing? And my mom always told me, you can't tell everybody what you're doing, you gotta just do it. So right now it's one of those things where I'm not going to tell you because I can't explain it. Like, you really just have to see it. And on this journey, it is very challenging. Again, it's not easy. We have a 1.5-year-old and we're in a marriage. So my two things is, you cannot be successful, like he said, a millionaire or anything by yourself. So find you somebody, a mentor, a motivator, whatever. Find something, and don't be afraid to jump off the porch. Like, you real life cannot be afraid to speak, ask people, how did you get that? Where you going? I'm trying to get there. Put yourself around the right group of people, the people that you want to be with. If you don't live in the right neighborhood, get a job in the right neighborhood. If you, whatever, all these things, like, you have to take into consideration. Nobody giving out handouts for nobody to be successful. You have to work for that, and you have to control that situation. That's just that. So far as us, I feel like,
put yourself around some people who like-minded people. It might not be your best friend, it might not be the person that you called your buddy your whole life, but if you find somebody who you feel like is authentic and still got like-minded goals as you, put yourself around those people. Because me recently, I just got my circle in Texas. I got a group of friends and we do a lot of different things. We all in the car club. I got a few of them who own properties. We got a lot of different things we have in common. So when we get together, it's not more so on like, hey, you seen that basketball play from last night. We more so on what your investment's looking like.
You never know
what your stock looking like. So like, I feel like if everybody got something to bring to the table, everybody grab a chair and we can all build something together. So I'm big on that, and then I'm just big on kind of, keep who you want around you. But if you want to be successful, I say put yourself around people who's successful or at least working towards success. I'm not saying you got to be around all millionaires if you don't know one, but if you want to be a millionaire and your best friend only want to look at girls and talk to the girls at the mall, that might not be the dude who you want to have your business conversation with. No disrespect to him, you just got to put yourself around like-minded people. So I'm big on that. And what she said about Michigan, we got something coming soon, man. We trying to do a little investment, buy the block back. Like she said, we just trying to expand a little bit more on just our business is trying to touch the people who actually looking for help. There's some people out there, we know just from being from Michigan, there's people out there who's looking for it but can't find it. Same thing in Dallas. So we really just trying to just touch, just trying to make a difference in the world.